How do you define high performance for conscious leaders?
High performance for conscious leaders is about, really living and leading from your best self with the highest possible positive impact at any one moment. The whole thing is really about the question, how do we or I achieve sustainable success? So how can I generate, design, and accomplish extraordinary results over prolonged periods of time? And that requires a holistic approach where the various dimensions of what it means actually to be a human being are optimized. So I'm very aware of how do I show up physically? How do I take care of my body so that my body is my best friend in that moment? And how do I take care of my mindset? So let's say if I've got a meeting and I want to have the highest possible impact in that meeting, ideally, as a leader, I show up and actually I invigorate my team, I inspire and empower my team. So, it requires a lot of energy, and it requires me to know who are the key players in this team, who needs information, from whom do I need information. So it's really also a lot about preparation and having a very clear idea of what is the outcome that I'm after and how can I apply myself to my best ability to achieve that. And a lot of leaders are very focused on the task and getting the outward result. And to be able to maintain high impact and purposeful impact over prolonged periods of time, I need to take into account how long can I sustain my concentration? How long can I focus for? How long can I keep my mind present and focused? What about my body? If I've got meetings that go on for a long time and I'm not hydrating myself, and if I skip breakfasts, how I'm going to avoid that I've got like an energy dip. So we want to be ahead of that curve and make sure that I'm optimizing everything that I can within my sphere of influence so that I can perform at my best.
High performance is not only performing high at one moment in time. Let's say you have a project to finish and then you're just giving your best until the end of the month and then you collapse. That's not high performance. That's just having a peak performance for a moment and then you go back down a level or a couple of levels. So what we think is, how can you approach your own performance in a way that you enjoy the ride, that the people around you really benefit from the way you show up, and that you stay healthy and happy at the same time. And those are not exclusive to one another. You can be really successful in your professional environment as well as enjoy your free time, enjoy time with your family, and be healthy at the same time. And we want to bring that to the forefront to say to leaders, that is part of your job, to also be a role model around how to live a conscious life as you are engaging, being a conscious leader in a business that is successful on many different levels.
Yeah, and I would add to that high performance is very much about making the right choices from moment to moment. And that's of course also where, proper knowledge and self-awareness comes in, is discernment, like what would be the right choice in this moment to have the highest possible outcome. And that also requires, especially from a leader, is to have vision. And, a visionary person has basically like a gaze into the future, looking at a possibility, at what's possible. And having a plan and design, or just this let's say, background intention of being able to make the most from this present moment, but at the same time also being very aware of what's lying ahead and making sure that I still got the stamina and the mental agility to be able to show up tomorrow and, like Silke said, a month from now and 2 months from now.